Hey, Zeta, puppy. Was that you? Something just went booking across. Zeta. I guess there's a dog outside. But look at that. This is the big Bolens Snowblower here. Yes, I got all the parts for it. But I got this rod right here that will work. And it's sharp on the fingers. Oh. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. Huh. That should do perfectly. Okay, well, I was going to take the one off this guy, but I'll borrow the one off this is the big dual stage, but that bracket right there is definitely not going to fit the big tractor. I don't think so anyway. But go take a peek if I can use this rod. It might work. We'll see. Oh, you being a scaredy puppy. Well, I thought I'd give a bit of an update here. I modified a swivel there with this pole here, just with clipping it in place, and it worked fine, but the chute was pretty well seized. Nylon on the bottom, but it's what happened is, you can't really see it, but this case itself is bent and it was jamming up the gear, but I'm still seeing it's off. I'm going to pull it right apart. I have lots of dirty ass lube in there. I'm going to break clean out in a second. I'm missing a few bolts. Yeah, that might not drop out, hey? Well, I'm going to look at it. Okay, no, that's, is that rubber? Oh, that is rubber up top there. Or plastic. So I'm going to take it apart, give it a scrub. I'm going to also scrub this, fill the gear case up with oil. I think really what it needs to do is I need to put washers to raise up the whole plate. The problem is that I'm going to get a lot of snow down there, but I'm pretty sure the gear was dragging right there on the side. That's kind of what it looks like. It is dented on the front right there. I'll show you. See the big dent right there? So that could be causing issues too. So there's quite a bit that could have been causing issues, you could say. So I got a few things to adjust and then try, but I gotta kind of break clean the amounts of grease that I put in there. I sprayed it down trying to lube it up, and yeah, she's a little gummy. Well, seems to be working pretty good. She's nice and loose now. That rod right here, I cut it a little short, you could say. I should have left it about an inch longer by the looks of it. But I just went with what was in line, you could say, with it. But we'll see. If it bounces around enough, it could fall in like that, which is not too big of a deal because I could pull it out and use it. But before it was up to here and I didn't want it hitting me in the leg, so we'll see. It'll probably end up being fine. Well, she still slips the belt a little bit, but it's not too bad now. And I did all that. Might be wet now. Yeah, now it's working okay. Weird. This doesn't like this wet shit. Makes sense, it's like literally a snow hill. Well, very interesting. So she only slipped when I had the camera out. Then I guess it's just mostly to pack snow, but I did a little bit. But again, it's like +5 outside, very warm. So not the best day to be moving snow. Always want to do that on a colder day, but yeah, chute has been working good. The only problem is when you sit in it, you can't see where it's aiming, but yeah, it seems to work pretty good. We'll see how long that's going to last, and it stays up there. But gotta bring in all my tools, and I don't know if I'm going to have any videos for the next few weeks, but we'll see. It probably won't go up now until December. Today is, what's it, November 20th or something? Yeah. Well, I guess I'll bring in the old Yamaha SR250. Bring that into the garage. But got those. Maybe I'll bring in my chair, cement mixer, I don't know. And I was tempted to rip this down because I'm worried it's going to, you know, fall apart during the winter, but it might just be okay to leave it. We'll see. Well, it's now been about 5 days, 6 days since I fixed this guy up. Also got the top boards all screwed in place there. Those guys up in there, the 20-footers. And just got another dump of snow. Got a 1-foot drift there. And a fair bit everywhere else. Just getting over a pretty shitty cold. Not COVID, of course. Just a normal flu, cold. But yeah, got these guys up here. Used 3 5.5-inch GRKs on each side. Locked it all into place. Hopefully nice. That should stop any kind of spreading from the building. But temperature-wise, that's virtually the same as outside. So with having those ends, it's not any warmer in here, but still better than, you know, having crazy winds. But I guess even though I'm still pretty sick, I'm gonna start this guy up. Maybe I'll fill it up with fuel first. The dash should be here next week. See, the good thing about leaving this outside is I can see my fuel level, but in the cold, yeah, I can see it. Fuel level's right there. So that's pretty good then. Ooh. Maybe I should check that. That seems a little bit lower normally to frost line. But yeah, it's wet up to about that point. Okay, well, probably still put a little bit more in there, and I don't think I'll film much because yeah, it's only like -6, but I'm dressed up like a, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit again. And the stupid thing is I don't think I have enough fuel left. Shit, I always forget. Hey, oh, I never even bothered filming it, but she's well angry. I do got the choke still on slightly, so that sounds better. So the thing is, I got a 120-volt cord laying across the ground. Damn it. And the choke should have stayed on a little longer by the sounds of it. Gotta run just a few more seconds. She was pretty low on fuel. But, I mean, there's still some on there, but should be good now. It fired right up the first time, but I shut off the choke too soon, so I gotta go find the other end of that cord. It's not plugged in, but I do not want to snowblow it. It's now the next day. I did use the Bolens to do the whole yard. Got a little fresh sprinkle of snow since then, but currently sitting at about -20 outside. And I don't know if it's going to be any warmer in here, but the thermostat and the weather both says -20, and the one technically outside of the house says about -19.6. And I'm just going to see what it says in here. Oh, I guess that's about -15, so it's a little bit warmer in here. That's kind of good, even though I don't have the blocks to block any of that off yet, because we got to decide if we want to go fully vented or not. But slowly moving some of this shit back inside that doesn't need to stay out here. And this guy did pretty good. There's no snow melting off it yet. But yeah, she was getting pretty, you know, covered in snow at the end of using her. So I do need to do some work to her. I am going to look and see if I can stick my magnetic block heater somehow onto her where I can just leave it there. I don't know if I can fit it into the engine block. Yes, the engine block on this thing's aluminum, but I'm thinking a lot of times you can stick it to the mount, where the mount of the engine is, and a 250 watt magnetic heater will still do something. It's not a total loss, but kind of thinking of doing that idea. But my dash is actually currently in Winnipeg. You can see this one here. Look at the ice. No wonder why they break, hey? You see that? From the heat of the engine. I should have cleared that off before, but next weekend it's meant to be warmer, and I'll get a new dash installed. It's not going to be the same style, but I'm pretty sure I can make it work. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe it is the same, because stupid me was thinking that these two lights here were up here. So even though I took pictures, I just, you know, didn't look. But yeah, it definitely feels a bit warmer in here. Whew, definitely going to be a cold one tonight. It's already showing that it's minus 25 right now. And yeah, just threw some random insulation into that bottom corner. These windows are pretty iced up. So, but only heat this by opening the door most of the time during the day. But going to go plug in my truck first time this year. Don't really need to do that, but better off doing that. Bird. Something's not happy sounding, hey? Oh. The hood. Yeah. Just testing my block heater. There's temperature outside right there. So here's your little cold one. Glass is a little foggy. But the whole reason why I'm doing that is I have to fill up a tire. So I had to bring this in. And I didn't want to drag the big air compressor because, you know, minus 30. So, and the holes would probably break. Brr. Just can't believe, yesterday was like minus 4, 3, I don't know. Brr. Whew. What's it been, 10 minutes and it's minus 30 now? Ooh. Yeah, definitely dropping quick. Well, looks like some people made it out of hunting season pretty good, hey?
And there's 6 of them.
I know.
Meow. That's the 6 that always come in our yard around this time.
Must be.
So they start here and work their way up through everybody's yard. Meow. Meow.
Second gear. Okay, so I just got a motion light. I got the replacement dash for the Bolens here. It's aluminum. And it's raining outside right now, which kind of sucks. But yeah. Also got to switch out that camera I just mounted up there. So she has a few issues on her. She likes to stay in night vision mode. But the IR cut filter's stuck. Not too big of a deal, but still works perfectly fine. It's not perfect, but ooh, this is really weird walking on top of a sheet of ice. But just seeing here what I want to do today. It's weird. It's perfectly good warm weather. Talked about that. I hit that damn stump there with the Bolens the other day. Stopped her pretty quick. Never got that on film, but it just sucks. This perfectly warm weather. So much I could get done, but I don't want to. Wow, that's all deer. That's like a deer highway, hey? Oh, hey. All the way around the house. But I guess I'll go in here, get some work done on the Bolens, switch out the dash. Should have remembered to plug in my light before I did that, or it came out here, but oh wow, none of the snow melted off it. I mean, it's only been a few days, I guess, but yeah, time to get to work. Oh, the stupid thing's just shattering even more, just trying to open it. Okay, she's frozen pretty good. Well, so far it seems to be in good shape. Again, this stupid thing cost me 140 bucks. Yeah. So this here was noted to be broken in the listing, which I'm not worried about because I'll be using my old controls, but so I'm just looking at stuff I probably won't want to switch, and that'll probably be nothing. I'm just going to switch all to everything. So far everything looks like it's going to fit perfectly fine. Light switch is in the right spot, choke is in the right spot, throttle's in the right spot, key switch is in the right spot. Gauge should fit into here perfectly fine. So yeah, there we go. Okay, as for the bolt holes, they look to be exactly the same. Look at that. Okay, well, I don't think I'll film any of this because it's just going to go quick, I hope. Hopefully I don't have to do any major grinding or anything, but I'll see. Okay, so I could definitely see that these brackets are not original here on both sides. I guess that was his way of trying to hold everything, you know, together slightly. So, but clearly isn't working. Wow. This is just so brittle. And there is lots of signs of that it was JB welded before. You can see JB weld right here. All the way down on here. And most of it's down in the bottom on that side. I wish I would have remembered to bring some of this foam. I got rolls and rolls of that foam because that dash doesn't have any left on it, but it should be okay for now. But yeah, guess that used to be up in there. I don't have no clue. Filters in desperate need to be changed. Lots of stuff, but I think I'm going to let all that rot till next year. Just noticed my ball's gone. That kind of sucks. I'll probably find that come spring, but for now, I guess I can use a different color one. Well, that only took about 15-20 minutes to swap out, so that's pretty good. Oiled up my controls. This one kind of walks itself down a little bit, so I'm going to try tightening her up. I always have that luck when I oil them, so yeah, they're meant to be pretty much dry, you could say, but in this case, I used the one that came with it for the throttle. And this one here was one that was already on my tractor. Kind of want to fix this guy up here because it was rubbing on the spark plug wire. And, you know, you touch metal and it wears through. I think it'll wake you up pretty good. Just looking at how bad the filter is. Can you guys see that? Not really, hey? How about now when I grab a big handful off it? Ugh. So just going to give that a quick... just dumped a bunch of it there too. Yeah, she was a little bit dirty. Give that a little bit of a scraping. I'm going to take the pre-filter off and go give it a wash is actually what I'm going to do. So, other than that, she's back together. And if I get time, I might change the seat. I'm not too sure yet. So, but definitely, I want to try to keep all that out of the engine. So, look at that. The seal is blowing on the bottom here. Now, does the filter? No, the filter rides on the inside. That's just for the hood, so that's not too big of a deal. But definitely need to order an engine oil filter, air filter, and a bunch of other shit for this. But not now. That's going to all wait till the spring. It's lucky I got this dash on her. I think that's the first time in over, 10, 12 years ordering something off eBay for a tractor. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So, wow. She's still frosted up pretty good in here. Outside, it's about 0, I think, outside. And it's not going to be much warmer in here until I get it sealed. Well, it's a little bit colder, so it must be a little bit colder outside. But I got to get those end caps all sealed up to be able to get any kind of heat in here. But, okay. Well, I guess I'll get back to you guys later on. Well, I might as well do a dirty old cold start on her. That that garage door is just going to fall right down. I just know it, but she's pretty iced up. Wow. I actually can't believe that none of that melted off. Oh. Okay, so choke on. Oh, that works nice. That happened last time I snowblowed and it got wet. take off the choke slowly and she'll be fine. Or is she just that cold? She sounds a little angry today, hey? There we go, she's running on two. Always sucks leaving this place. Yeah, she's kicking in between 1 and 2 cylinders. I did have one of the plug wires off, so I also noticed my blower is spinning when it's in the off position, so oh yeah, power steering is definitely dragging. Fighting me like a son of a bitch right now. The only thing I want to do is go do where the grader went by. I'm just going to be driving her around for a little bit now, so I'll pause the camera, go and let her warm up for a bit. I'm not going to start plowing snow yet. Go around the house maybe once first. Give her a little bananas. And of course, with no power steering. Well, wait, the opposite of power steering. What's the opposite of power steering? When it's constantly pulling you to the right. But yeah, a little bit more deer tracks. Surprised they're not in the yard yet. It's raining right now, damn it. I can feel it. Wow, deer sure like my trail, hey? This is not dog trail, this is strictly deer. See, power steering's nice in one corner because it turns, but it's already starting to free up now. I'm pretty sure if I do a flush and of course fix the ram, that I could probably rely on that. Oh, wrong hand. Oh, that's so hard turning. Well, enough deer tracks back here. They go through there. Going in out there. It's nice having a new dash. Well, I say new, but you know what I mean. Still $140, so it's almost better be new for that price, hey? See my blower slowly stopping. Now that the belt's not, I guess, rock solid. Oh, gonna get stuck? Nope. Don't hit my cord. Okay. Should be warm enough. I could do a little bit of blowing, but I am not going to record that, so kind of thought I'd give you guys just a little bit of an update. Seems like she's running okay now. And here's something else I should mention. Now that she's warm, the steering doesn't pull anymore, so now it's fine. It actually works in one direction and not so much in the other direction, but it's not physically pulling out of my hand at least. Amp gauge is working again, yep. Seems like everything's good. besides those knobs not matching, but I lost the one on here, so I just noticed how rusty that one was. Yeah, whatever. Well, overall, of course, everything went fine. Looking at the seat, thinking that one says suspension, it's going to be way too tall. I would almost have to take off their bracket that they have and somehow mount it. I'd have to almost mount it, drill holes and mount it here. Well, maybe for now I might keep this seat. Same idea as that one. I'm going to have to pull it out of the box, then decide, that's for sure. All I know is that my feet are soaked because I wore my shoes. My legs are soaked. So I'm going to go in, take a little bit of a break. And now that I got the light in here, of course I could come out anytime and do some stuff. Well, I don't think this is going to fit because this comes with its own bracket. Yeah. The only tractor I think it would possibly fit on is a Sears. Without a gas tank. I might be able to do something with it still. With adjustable suspension, that's probably why I don't think it's going to fit. 3-inch suspension stroke. Huh. Well, now I see why the seat was loose. She's cracked here, cracked there, and cracked all the way down there. Huh. That would explain why she's a bit loose. As for this, yeah, I can't have it sitting that much higher. So I gotta hope it's going to go down. Got the cushions over here, and they look tiny. So I might end up doing what I did to this one accidentally, is take out the coil spring and just let it sit right on the pan. If I do that, it might fit, because I don't like really sitting the highest, you could say, but this seat here is pretty destroyed, but we'll go into a pile, and it's still maybe good enough to go onto this guy here, because definitely better shape than what's on it. This one here, the bracket's all cracked here, been welded back up on that guy, but we'll see. Well, I don't think this seat's going to work. I also notice it's tied shut to bag, and it comes with nuts, or bolts I should say, but no washers, no lock nuts, nothing else in here. Yeah, that's not good. But yeah, it's not going to work on this tractor, not with the bracket, not without modifying it. But even if I did, it's not going to go back far enough. That bracket can be slid back, but I just don't think it's going to go back enough. I'd have to mount it to the fender. Then when I want to check the fluid, I would physically have to unbolt the seat. Yeah, that's not going to work. Not in my opinion. Well, that was a waste of time. Threw it back in the box, and I'll use it maybe on another project. But back to the old shitty seat. There's already a wood block that holds it up a little bit higher. Now, I don't know if that was done on intentional or if it had trouble with the dipstick popping up. So I'm just leaving it there. I'd rather have the little bit extra height like that. But still running into the issues where it's a little close for my knees. So that board might have to go. I don't know. We'll see. But so far, everything has been working good on her. The crank does work right now. She's a little frozen up. So I don't know how long that extension will last, or that wobbly or universal joint. That's what I'm thinking of. But worst case, I'll build it up a little bit stronger next time, or convert it over to electric. Not too sure yet, but my random door blocker stopped the wind from blowing open the door. But I don't think I'm going to get into anything else today. Just got to put these guys away. Well, I guess the snowblower could stay out, but I don't think I'll be using it this year. Might drag it into the city. Not too sure yet, so. Lots of work to get done. Not enough time.